Oh, you never saw that image? I didn't send you that image.
No.
One time I had a surprise client. I thought he was just a regular, schmegular truck driver, and then it went from a finger to a
To an ankle.
yeah,
How far did you
literally.
go? No, go ahead. Go ahead and take your foot out. How far? Only to there? Okay.
Girl, what was I gonna do? Cram my foot inside of there? I didn't have any backup just across from the fire department. Doesn't mean I could just trust my foot inside of this man's hole. What if I hurt him?
Did he
I've
want
got to walk
more?
down
Or
the
did you have to
stairs.
stop?
Huh?
You tried to not break your ankle off in him? So what if you twist your ankle inside his anal cavity? Because
Sir,
it's
me and you
tight.
are centipeding together to the ER because I'm not hurting myself again trying to get it out. Alexis Couture, she would hit us up on Grinder, wherever, on Facebook Messenger. Honestly,
I'm so sorry.
you think your foot will fit? I bet it will. Let's see.
She was really passionate about seeing if that foot could fit.
Girl, she was passionate. She's a passionate footer. Like so much that had
Footy?
to somebody put their foot inside of her, hurt her, left her for mercy, didn't help her call 911 or nothing, and then she had to wear a colostomy bag while performing for several months. So when I say she's a footer, she's not just like toes. She's like both feet in.
I always thought it would be fierce to wear two twinks like a boot.
Just strap them up, lace them up, and go down Wilton Drive.
They just like walk on their hands and just
That was
like
a very more.
like a stilt.
Ryan Murphy needs to put that in the
Ryan
last
Murphy
season.
will put just about anything in some television show that you never asked for. That man is just living out his fetishes, which I live. You know, see what you want to see. Make these gay boys jerk it in the shower for your own pleasure. Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Give men a little bit too much power. And if they're gay.
I'll tell you, there are some scenes though I could just not live without. Oh, that was on Nip Tuck, and that was Candace Kane, and they had her come in do a scene, and she was supposed to be meeting some upper echelon man, and then she gets into the lobby, and you hear her speak. She's gorgeous goddess, and then they just drop the bass on her voice for no reason. She doesn't even sound like that, but they just took it all the way down here. I'm like, poor thing.
They tore her up in that editing room.
Yeah, I mean, like,
That's Ryan Murphy, you will pay for your crimes. Not soon, but one day. I'm gonna watch New American Horror Story.
yeah. I won't watch the Harry Potter stuff, but I'll watch that American Horror Story.
That's growth for you. That's real growth.
Yeah. I was on Facebook yesterday, and I saw that they had like all the books and all the DVDs on Blu-ray, and it was like a really cheap deal. And I thought, well, JK's not getting the money, and I get the collection. I need to read.
You know, you would technically be reading.
And it was some mom off Facebook Marketplace.
Just selling her kid shit, not saying
I
nothing.
imagine it was hers.
Kid comes back from college and is like, where's all my stuff? That happened to me. My mom did that to me, and like a lot of my just like disappeared somewhere.
She said you didn't want any of that Hannah Montana stuff. You didn't want any of those dolls.
I never had dolls. I was not allowed to have dolls. So I became the doll. Yeah, I was just like, she completely changed the room, which is, I'm like, girl, that's your house. But I was just like, so what happened to like all my.
I have no idea.
Girl, whatever. All right.
You ready?
To start off, Halloween is coming up. We take Halloween not seriously. I'm going to be so real. We never like do a costume. We kind of wing it to the last second. But we do love Halloween media. We love decor. We love Halloween treats. Austin's favorite snack in the whole world around that time is a green Snickers.
Ooh, I love the green goblin Snickers. Num num num. I just love that it's green inside and they glow in the dark. Ooh, I could eat them up.
It's a regular Snickers that is green and glows in the dark. Which I think is
the inside of it's green. If the outside of it's green, I would not eat that. That's gross. You don't eat green chocolate. Ugh.
Green nougat.
Now, green nougat, on the other hand,
Let's get into
fill
that.
me up from both ends, baby. I
The
love
visual
candy.
of
Green
Austin
nougat coming out of all of my holes.
Wait, we could whale. Whale. Speaking of whale, did you see that movie trailer for that? It's like a diver who's like going on expedition, gets swallowed by a sperm whale, and he has like an hour of air and has to like escape. Which the
People
trailer,
get swallowed by whales?
it can
That's
happen.
real?
I mean, like it could happen. Killer whales? Yeah, remember like that killer whale that tried to kill that SeaWorld trainer?
No, but you just said this man was swallowed by a whale and had an hour to get out.
Mhm.
And it's real?
It's not. Yep, girl, they got the 4K movie camera down that whale's throat. No, I don't think it happened for real. We can look into it.
See, nobody cares about Jonah and the Ark whale.
It always comes back to God when you think about it.
More whales.
Like, God, do I look good? Sorry.
Hi, I'm Austin Summers.
And I'm Angel Summers, and welcome to another episode of The Women's Room.
I'm bald. That's
and
big.
she's never gonna get it right.
But you can find us everywhere at HOC Presents because we got rid of that big and bald pod handle.
We actually didn't do anything. We had creative differences with the platform, I guess. And not only did my page get chopped, so did our. Okay, mind you, us talking about and douching at the LA Fitness got over like 500,000 views.
Yeah.
Views aren't everything, but God is that fierce. Let's also mention that our account was reaching like what, 1 million people in 30 days. Y'all lived apparently, so now we just gotta restart. Also, mind you, I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take my Instagram that I've had like forever, and I'm gonna turn it into my private page. I'm just gonna post freely and share my opinions in my life. And I was like, okay, absolutely. So I private it, and then I remove 800 people that I was just like, I don't follow you. You don't need to be here. Goodbye. And it was great. Loved it so much. And then Brandon's like, yeah, you're gonna actually have to make that one your public page now. And I'm like, work. So now it's Angel Summers XO, which is what it was before. So if you know ball, then you know where to find me. But to sit and remove 800 people, and now I need that. Well, if you see that you were following me and now you weren't, come on back. Thank you.
I don't know if they're gonna love that. They're gonna be like,
how is that
damn,
my problem?
why'd you remove me?
Because I didn't follow you. Like, if you're not, then you're not.
Oh.
Maybe take the note. I did remove some people that needed to be removed, though.
Okay. There was a reason that you went down the path.
Oh, no, I just, went to following, and then who wasn't I not following, and then just removed everyone on that page. So if I didn't follow you, you got removed. Or there were some people that I was like,
I don't want to follow you anymore.
You know who was following me?
Who?
Jupiter Velvet.
Ooh. And you removed her?
Yes.
Well, Jupiter, go back and follow her because I know that.
No, that's actually. Okay. It's fine, girl.
Well, you can follow me. Hey, Diva, what's up?
She said, I'll take a fan.
I'll take a sub. I'll take a fan. I'll take a like. Honestly, it's like 1/10 of a penny, but I'll take it.
But God, does it get us some fierce?
Yeah.
We got more curtains.
We did get more curtains.
Huh?
This whole house is just going to be covered in curtains. We don't want to paint, so we're curtainizing everything.
It's kind of gorgeous. We have this, and then we block off our living room, and then once we can just close it, and it turns into a dark little cave.
It does turn into a dark little cave. You just sit in here, and I'm just a little
really
hobbit over
cold.
there, and
it's kind of a really fierce setup.
Eat our little snacks, watch our little shows. What are their pronouns?
They, them.
They're hot.
You know what? My truest thought on this is that I think that trans women have a more beautiful understanding what womanhood is.
I agree.
I think that unfortunately the programming for cis women is kind of sad sometimes.
Yeah, it is.
And I'm like, actually, no, your womanhood is not your role. Mm-hmm. Your womanhood is not your status in society, and your womanhood is not your ability to be sexually assaulted.
Yeah.
That's a hot take right there. That's what's got the internet up in a roar, huh?
To the girls that are not chronically online and don't know what we're showing, ER Fightmaster, this actor, Grey's Anatomy, was on Drew Afalo's podcast and made that statement. Unfortunately, it got grabbed and clipped by the wrong people and shared around the internet, and now people are pissed at us. And we're not real
Doesn't
women.
always come back.
Somehow it's our fault. And now everyone has a point of view on transgender women having a more beautiful understanding of womanhood than cis women. First off,
Yeah, I mean, for me, I feel like they have good intention. And they are, AFAB, they're assigned female at birth. They've went through the experience of, being perceived as a woman from girlhood and growing up a girl, I can imagine. I'm just gonna presume that. And are non-binary and do see how men treat them. Now, I'm sure that when that statement's coming out, it's not like, "Oh, yeah, trans women got it figured out. They totally understand like the best parts of womanhood or whatever." And it's like, damn. Like, yeah. We've like
there is truth to the statement, and I like love that in this time someone's speaking up and like talking about, it is beautiful to be a trans woman and like to experience womanhood as just through our lens. But I'm like, you have to be very careful with how you try to like show your allyship, because we need to remember that just about everyone on the internet's an actual dumbass, and we're having college level conversation in front of preschoolers, and we need to make sure that we're phrasing things correctly and saying and kind of know what we're talking about before we just run our mouths in support, which is great, but like now's not the time to be loose with our allyship and activism and like.
Again, somebody grabbed their words and then was like, "This is the soundbite. Trans women have a more beautiful understanding experience of womanhood than cis women do." And when you grab that bite, that does sound so because that feed into this narrative of like men taking women's spaces, calling trans women men, saying trans women are taking women's spaces. And it's like, no, their conversations are completely theirs and our conversations are completely ours. And there's this intersectionality that sometimes
We'll meet up and like
happens.
on some topics and be like, yeah, that happens to both of us. Because at the end of the day, trans women are treated like women if they are being perceived by men or just people out in the world as women.
I kind of think what they're coming from is the whole idea of, growing up a girl. Like I think of my friends who are lesbian growing up a girl, and they're like, from the time I was a teenage girl, just the men in all around, just whether it was school, whether it was at home, it was just they just act different. They start to look at you different. They start to
Immediately.
And I'm like, I can't imagine that because as a boy, I didn't have that. Well, mine was like, don't do girly stuff, but it was nothing of the sorts of like objectifying. Like as soon
Or
as
like your
you're
first introduction as a child to womanhood is your sexuality, you're doing this, you're gonna lead on this idea, and you get talked to a certain way, and now you're being treated a certain way when last week you were in first period with your girls. Which like I know can like probably be incredibly jarring. And then like I don't know, I've heard like women say that like there's times where like I don't want to be a woman because of the way that I'm treated, and it's like that's so incredibly heartbreaking.
I can understand in a level of like, whenever I leave the house because of what I do and because people know what I do, I don't want to go out and be perceived by men. So I'm usually going to wear a bucket hat or an oversized t-shirt, and like I'm not going to do my makeup. I'm not going to do the things that other people would normally do to feel like they want to leave the house to like feel normal. I'm not going to do any of those things because I just know how men work because of what I do, that I don't want to interact with them. that sounds messed up because not all men are like messed up, but
But a really scary high percentage of them is the way that I think about
and
it
so I'd rather
sometimes.
not be perceived as this feminine creature out and about because men are like, oh, you're doing that for me. You're doing that because you want attention.
You're performing femininity for me, which I'm like, I do think that's like what this person is describing being sad. I'm like, yeah, that definitely can be some women's experience. But I'm like, there are the girls that I'm like, do thankfully get that childhood growing up where they do get to express femininity and find these beautiful moments, which I feel like as a trans woman, you end up doing when you start transitioning.
Yeah, that's whenever you're going through your puberty girlhood sort of moment. I know that sounds weird to put into context, but like your brain is not the same when you're starting hormones.
Not even hormones, just like socially transitioning, being like perceived as a woman and like, figuring out like what your tea is and what your vibe is and like what, how the kind of woman that you're going to be and what feels right.
Yeah. Yeah, 1,000% you do have to find your footing.
And sometimes it's like, I don't know, and that can come from like such a place of like excitement and liberation. Because I'm like, we've both experienced being told to not be feminine and like, walking the certain way that we want to walk or talking and like, giving girl, like it's so liberating.
Yeah,
And I'm like, I feel like I can't
1,000%.
understand that point of like them being like, it's more beautiful, but I'm like, ugh. I think the point so great, love what you're saying, so true, but we need to watch the way that we say it. Unfortunately.
Yeah, people are
Very
just gonna.
unfortunately, we are in a time where it's like,
But that's supposed to be a safe space. That's supposed to be their podcast. I can't imagine. I can't imagine whoever clipping something that we say, and it's got all this backing. It's got this 20-minute conversation, and then it's cut with context. It's like out of context almost.
another thing that we need to dive into is just the greatest point of these people that are commenting and having these think pieces on this topic. One thing that this person is a cis man, which I'm like, I obviously was like, I don't know, that's like, I clock non-binary, but then again, I'm queer. So like gaydar is like 300% up. But I'm like, oh, they are now coming from this place of like, oh wow, another man telling me what my experience is and like how that's going to be more beautiful than what I experience. And like trans women are women and if they're shoving it down our throats and I'm like, diva.
Yeah,
All
there's
right.
so many times people are not like looking and like understanding. They're just like immediately like,
They
that's in my
watch
eyeballs. Pound, pound, pound. It's like, okay, well, I guess you kind of understood a point there, but not the right one.
like people will literally watch 30 seconds of that and then have a dissertation in the comments, which honestly, like I think we need to say, I'm like, all of this is showing is just like where we are in society, where it's like, it's every other day I'm seeing like people hating on trans people, just straight up going in on them, like not validating who they are as people, just being straight up disrespectful. I saw it happen to literally one of my friends who just like posted a photo of themselves on like Twitter and had like straight dudes just literally like being so disrespectful.
While at the same time,
It's always a little bit of both, unfortunately. I was the one going.
I can't. It isn't like lost on me, and I'm sure it's not lost on you. Like I've done sex work since I was a teenager, so before starting my transition, going into my transition, and there have obviously been so many experiences with these men that weren't consensual. So I'm not gonna sit there and say that again, they're treating us just the same way they're gonna treat a woman.
It's like really, I hate that they were like, that is woman's first introduction to womanhood, which I'm like, in some cases it may be, and it's really upsetting. And I'm like, but another point to add is I'm like, that's just not true about trans women. Trans women have a higher percentage of being sexually assaulted. Like I felt it where I'm like, I started to look puss and like men would treat me a certain type of way and unconsensual things would happen. And it's like that thing where it's like, our experiences overlap more than you think that they do.
Yeah, it's like very uncomfortable to be in a space and you're like, yeah, I'm in a gay bar, I'm in a queer bar, I'm watching drag shows. I'm fine. No, that's the men know where we are. They know where the dolls and the straight women are going for the comfort safe spaces, so they're there too, just being
Pervs.
pervs. So it's
And
like that
ish.
space is those definitely are overlapping. Not even just trans women though. Also, femmes are experiencing like high rates of sexual assault and the creepiness of it all. Like, because men
They
aren't just
smell.
like men. I'm sorry, I don't like. They are.
They smell like a little ounce of like femininity, and they feel like that power dynamic of like, I'm gonna just take what I want, do whatever. I'm like, I can do what I want. And sometimes they get their rocked.
Especially the sooner you are into, I think the bigger a thing I can definitely remember is whenever I was coming into my womanhood and I just felt liberated by wearing whatever I wanted to wear. I know that there were people who were preying on me and the idea of like, ooh, young cross-dresser, like baby trans, like doesn't know anything, just wants
Like
attention
will
from
prey on you. And that's
men.
a major thing in our community too, of like these chasers who prey on the baby and like know that like any form of validation will
And the courting
do it.
aspect, they think if I'm courting you do court women and girls, you're gonna feel very affirmed, very validated. So I get what I want. I can spend the day talking to you and get what I want. It's so crazy to have to like think back on that.
Yeah, I definitely see that. Like looking back, the way that I moved was like very young ho insecure. Especially when we lived in city.
Oh my god.
Like dudes just rolling up on Wilton Drive being like, you know where the trans girls are?
Literally stopping right across from the police station, fire department, right out front of Extra. Doesn't matter where you are. You could be at the bus stop, and they're just like,
Got
"Hey,
any
girl."
friends? These men are just so.
There's a reason they call it chasing.
Oh, they chase. They'll run, do just about anything, and it's. Ooh.
I mean, from my ad to your ad.
Oh, like literally, like at a point when I was like servicing the community, we did have some Johns overlap, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, all right.
Yeah, no, like don't think you're special. That's what I probably made and could have asked for more before I did any of this than now. And it's so crazy to think about because they're just after the woman inside of you. It doesn't matter what you look like. If you're given woman, they want it.
They
want to
literally can see it inside you, and they want to take it and take all of it, and they want to possess it and lock it in a jar.
smash it out of you.
Yeah, well, they'll smash it out of you for sure. But it just gets so I feel like you become empty. Dead ass, they suck the soul out of you.
They want you to give it all as you obliterate them. Give them the sissiness. You have no more sissy.
They can't perform it, but you can. And they want to watch you perform.
And that's how the sissy factory works.
God. The food chain is insane.
These men used to ask me, please don't go get top surgery. Don't get boobs. Don't get breasts. Those are perfect. I had little mosquito bites. Yeah, they were adorable, whatever. But like, it's not what I wanted. And they would just be like, no, if you do that, I'm not going to see you. And I remember I did lose clients because of it. Because they wanted this small, petite, young.
And are we brave enough to talk about how that is just like
Right across the fence from
so
pedophilia.
it's right there and it's right there, and I'm just like, that I know what you want, but you don't, and thankfully you're not acting on that, I hope. But I'm just like, that's disgusting. You're gross. And I think all men need to start off in a prison and need to prove that they can be freed, because it's honestly really scary, gross, and disgusting.
We would have started off in a prison though.
Yeah, but like, and I would have been out at like day 4 when they're like, oh, she's playing with dolls. Girl, out. Get her out. Oh, you pit the Bratz doll? Oh, because yeah? Oh, you liked her because her eye makeup? Get him out. Chopped. You're out.
Yeah.
Oh, Austin, you're doing your little braids with your sisters? Get them out.
Honestly, yeah. Twirling to Britney Spears. Get him out.
Oh, she's putting on shows to J-Lo's Get on the Floor for the Family. Out.
I can't. Who did the Pitbull part?
I probably had to do that part. I had to pay for it.
You said, Aaron, get over here.
My brother was not feeding into the delusions.
He would now.
He would be so supportive.
Can you imagine? I'm just seeing that video.
But that is just not him.
No.
I know we talked about like my D family and like how awful. Well, actually, we haven't gotten to the extent. Have we gotten to the extent?
I don't think we've I don't think we've just verbatim said the tea.
Which is like fine. Okay, so we talk about my...
yeah.
Should we talk about my family?
Do you want to?
We can. It's fun. I've been having
You're
dreams.
like, I think it'll probably... I've been having weird dreams too.
I've been having dreams where like my mom confronted, like not physically. Ariana thought like my mom tried to fight me and I was like, no girl, that's just your mom. Her mom did try. Her mom is awful.
In a dream? In real life? What?
In real life. Her mom is terrible. I feel like you should ask her about that next time she comes. Let me readjust real quick.
My arm is just going
Did I tell
dead
you
back
about
here.
the time that her mom drove her drunk and had her paralyzed before her senior year?
Oh, that was real.
That is dead ass her life. And her mom never said sorry.
How do you say sorry?
She didn't even try.
She said, "You've got medical debt for the."
When I tell you, this girl would have taken a cookie cake. Sorry, I crippled you.
We should,
You it gets a little wheelchair added to it. That's so like.
we should like. She should come visit again.
I know. I was talking about that with her today.
We should also rhinestone these.
We can definitely do that. Let me get my blouse. Okay.
Yeah, the tape has broken. The tape has come
My
apart.
tits are huge.
You need like a rubber band.
I know. Oh, I have a hair tie. Brandon?
So loosen it before we do this.
Whatever.
It helps the process.
Did you pick up that ripping of my scalp?
Is this like a knot I should have known as a boy?
Let me see. I'll show you.
Okay.
So you'll do this. You'll feed it through and then pull.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
yeah.
And then it'll have like a long, yeah, it should be fine.
Oh, also the Lindsay Clancy case. What they were talking about is the knots on those things. He was like, yeah, I untied it. And it's like, these are circular bands. You can't even tie them, you fucking idiot.
Wait,
Ugh.
I'm so sorry. I'm like, I haven't really been keeping.
You need to get into the Lindsay Clancy case. I'm telling
Is Liz
you.
sending it to you?
Yes.
I knew it. I knew it.
I told her that. I said, I'm going to start doing makeup and murder stuff. And she said, well, you've really got to get on the Lindsay Clancy case.
You know who knows a lot about it?
Who?
Riley.
She's sharing everything.
She's sharing everything.
Yeah. That's me and Riley should have a
she would live.
a live where she tells me everything and I'm
No, I'm so sorry. Like, I could never I'm like, what if you just like hated your life and you left?
What if you just left?
What if you just left her?
What if and that's what I'm always asking. What if you just left?
And I'm like, I really feel bad for straight people in the sense that I'm like, you don't have to live your awful, terrible life, right? You can just do like whatever you want once you free yourself from these barriers and these rules that aren't real and don't exist.
But then that's the kicker. Is they get
He
them
kicked her?
No. They get them don't make me laugh. This is serious. They literally will do everything to ingrain themselves together. It starts with rent together, banking, marriage license, anything else you can tie together that's got your credit fucked up. And then you have children together and a home together. You are not leaving one another. Who gets the house? You can't saw it down the middle. What do you do with the kids? You can't split those either. Oh my God, who's got to pay child support? Straight people do not have it figured out. And the gay people who try to act like straight people are up. Don't be a breeder.
I'm just like, this whole like system that you've set up that's based in submission of women, whatever, we won't even get that deep to it. I'm like, it hasn't been working too well, has it? I mean, it works when it works. I love that. And if that's your life and you love it, fierce.
Come on, trad girls.
Come on, Nora Smith. I hope, or that stopped being a ballerina. Yikes. You look so happy on that farmhouse with those 15 children. Ugh. That's insane. But like, you don't have to do like any of that.
15 children.
I might have exaggerated the number, but it's a large amount of children.
Like, that carbon footprint is more than f***ing cows farting across the U.S. Like, let's be so for real. 15 children. If you don't make them all recycle, I swear.
Girl, you're lucky if they're teaching them how to read.
They're gonna be so many people could definitely be mad at me, but like,
oh, you're already mad.
We should-
You're already mad, actually. No, it's fine.
there should be like, life is beautiful. It's so cool. Maybe I probably wouldn't even be here if you could have a literacy test to have children, but like, there should be a cap on how many and literacy tests and
Maybe don't go that far because that gets into the conversation of eugenics, and then we don't. Bad.
Yeah, you're
Bad.
right, but like,
There's a line, and you know where not to cross it.
so many of them. There should only be so many. 15 kids. Oh my
Let's see how many
God, what do
kids
you
she
do with
actually has.
17 and counting? What do they do? Why? You see what happens.
Weren't those kids
You
like
see what
fucking
happens.
abused
Yeah,
bad?
the shiny happy people weren't so fucking shiny
No, what's the
or happy.
one? The Duggar, not the Duggars. Sorry, the other ones. The 16, what the fuck?
John and Kate plus 1,000.
Plus 8. And I was like, that kid was being abused really bad. All those kids, the freaking, the 8 passengers. 5 passengers, 8 passengers.
The Octo Mom. Can you imagine having 8 children inside your belly? Oh my gosh.
She went crazy because of that, right?
How does this episode turned into whatever it is about children? What's that word called? Life? No. Conception? No.
I'm sorry, run it by me one more time. She has 9 children.
Who?
Her name is Hannah Nealman.
Oh, the ballerina lady on a farm.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen her.
She's gorgeous. That's like such a bad quality photo.
Yeah, you zoomed in real bad on that one. Look at them all just tugging on her. She don't even have a limb to herself.
Oh,
She don't have a limb, a tit, toe, nothing. They own it all. And he says, stay here and watch him, honey. What's he doing? What's he look like? Yeah, I'd probably make 15 kids too.
That looks like every other. I'm so sorry. That's nothing special.
I-
Sorry about it.
You got, I don't know, I could do it.
I said I could get bread and. That's
Actually,
my thing. I'm like, I sometimes end up talking to men who are like, I have a breeding kink. And I'm like, that sounds dangerous because you like women.
Ooh,
Mm.
babies. More. But that's why they come to you. So they don't have to worry about it. Put them in your bum and say,
Low-key, like, not taking as much trade anymore. Like, they're mad as They're
They
pressed
are-
and pissed.
I mean, I see you on Grindr, so you're just
No, I'm on there. I'm like,
so
I
you're
have my
just
people that I
emotionally
talk.
tormenting them.
No, I'm like, I'll talk to people, and like sometimes there's some people that like are cool and like we hang out, but it's like not very often. I'm like, I have my trade.
Talk to people and they're cool on there is not something I've ever put with Grindr.
I do like to describe it as shoveling through looking for a piece of glitter.
I mean, I used to say it's like the Bible. It's like the user's intent, but like Grindr's my intent is like,
It's
where's
just
the
this thing where I'm like, I'm
oh.
transgender and got banned from all the dating apps because they just ban for fun. Like I literally got my new phone number, got on Tinder and got blocked within like 15 minutes.
They saw your IP address.
They like scanned my face or whatever.
Mm.
And I was like, and I was good on there. I was never bad. I use like Grindr or Bumble, but like
See, that's the type of shit
Grindr's
that
just
makes
like where
somebody-
like I don't have to like be like, oh, I'm trans, and then they'll like block you, which is like whatever. I don't really give a But it's just like, it just saves like that step.
Yeah.
And also, I'm like, I can usually tell who's good and bad, who's a good nut and a bad nut based on like the first message.
I posted a photo of a conversation on Sniffies where this man was
I
like,
saw that. That was so
"Sir,
sweet.
ma'am, Mister, Master, I don't care. Please let me come over. I haven't even thought about
Did you have him
anything
over?
other than I can't even my wife type shit." I'm like, what is wrong with you, men? I don't want to think about that. Like, go home and do her.
Every time they're like, did I tell you? I have told you about the time that, so we live, you can throw a rock and you're at the hospital, which is so fierce. My blood work gets done in like 15 minutes. But there was a man who his wife had just given birth. She's like 4 hours postpartum. He's like, visiting hours are ending soon and I can't fuck her. Giving you like I think he said like their third or fourth kid. And he wanted me to, he wanted me me. And I was like, I was going with it because I was like, I want to see how far this is going to go. Disgusting. Literally then went to share and said that like he's been f***ing her best friend for this long while her husband goes away and works, and like sent videos of him f***ing her. And I was just like, you are too open with strangers. And also I'm like, that's none of my business. Didn't ask to hear about that, nor did I want to hear about it.
I'm gooped and gagged because you know why? They're going to be looking for you. They're going to be trying to hack into your stuff to figure out those messages. Ooh, they want to know who that man is. They're going to want to know because that's like those things when those men go off on those trips and they think they're comfortable and they're there. They've got their wedding band on. They're talking with this 22-year-old at the bar, pina coladas, and then these girls over here listening. They're taking photos. They're girls. They don't think there's anything wrong with what she's doing because she doesn't know that he's got a wife, even though he's got a wedding band on. They never go after the girl. They always go after the men, and they'll be like, "So whoever's husband this is, who was in Arkansas this weekend visiting, he said that his wife's on a girls trip, and he doesn't even have good sex with her anyway." I'm like, yeah, they're gonna come after you and wonder who that man is. He's had 3 babies and he's her best friend. Ooh, yeah, they're coming for you, honey. They want to know.
He's bald.
He's bald. She just starts.
Do you want to see him? I probably still have it. I'll have to find it.
Yeah, you will. That'll be the next week's
He was like
episode.
a really gross kind of vibe.
She's like, I'm gonna out him.
I won't do that because like that's none of my business, and you know the universe. If she finds out, it will come to her.
Yeah.
I'm not putting my life at risk for that because that's none of my business, and I don't really care. It's like it has nothing to do with me. I don't want to know.
Now she's scared. I see it.
That I'm gonna get murdered? Maybe. But I've always said if I ever got murdered, I need to be like talked about really fiercely on like a podcast.
Lifetime. I've always wanted a Lifetime murder.
Ooh, I want Lisa Rinna to play me. I'm just kidding.
Could you imagine? Lisa Rinna plays a.
She
That's
could.
so good.
She could. It's
Do you
couture, honey. You know?
And this?
Couture.
Is it couture?
It's couture.
It doesn't look like couture.
It's couture, honey. Look at the tag.
Oh my god.
Hey, girl. My wife's at work.
So literally, these men will come over and be like, "My wife's going to church," or "Yeah, kids are home. I can come over now, whatever." Or like, you know.
Yeah, they're giving their reason and their excuse that no one asked for.
Well, sometimes the thing is because, like, we'll post up Brandon's posts, right? And they're
Let's set the scene. In case you don't know, Brandon loves to host for the community a glory hole for whatever you may need. Just don't look behind the curtain because that's gross and rude.
He hates when you look behind the curtain.
I mean, don't do that. But yeah, they'll just do like 7 guys, and I'll just like probably be asleep, and they'll just be coming in and out.
One's coming in. He'll be here in 2 minutes. Okay, he left. Another will be here in 5. Okay, the next one's here. Okay, he's
Or
leaving.
I'm on the phone with my girls and I'm making mac and cheese, and then I'm gonna be like, "Girl, I gotta be quiet real quick."
But
also like low key, I'm so sorry. I think we're at the point where I'm like, your comfort's not my problem anymore unless you're paying. I'm like, when I walk my trade back and like Brandon's in there gaming, I'm just like,
I'm so dead. That's so
sorry,
funny.
you think I live alone in this economy in this beautiful home? All right.
That's so good. Okay. So we'll be upstairs doing God knows what.
Sucking and
yes,
fucking
and then these men will come in from church, before church. Their wives are leaving. Like
they're
you
going
just
to run errands at the Target. He's actually gonna go get his ring resized at the jeweler down the street.
and Brandon's the
He got a
jeweler
haircut.
who's resizing his ring.
I've had Trade come and me on a working errand. He was like going to pick up T-shirts for something, and he was like fucking me, and his boss called. And he's like, "What's going on?"
I'm dead.
But I was like, he was tracking him, but it was close enough to the shopping center that it didn't look like
Wait.
came over here.
They're just like going over there and leaving their phones in the car, running over here as quick as they can in the hot sun. But no, literally, these men will show up and they're like, okay, he's gonna be into me being straight. That's his fantasy. Gay guys love straight guys. So they'll get in here. I saw one the other day, he had painted nails and he was saying, yeah, you like that. You like taking this straight, don't you? And I'm like,
Now we like.
could you just get done with a
There's,
drag
like-
competition, honey?
I'm so sorry, babe. Like, there's role play, and then there's just lying.
The things they will say, like literally, again, like my wife's at church. I gotta come now before I take my kids, go pick them up from school. And then I'll look on that same account a week later and it's like hosting. I'm like, oh, so now you're
Oh,
hosting.
the kids are at gymnastics.
Oh, sir, you are cosplaying a straight man.
That's a kind of like really interesting and fun. It's like when like we lived in Moulton, and then like I would go on the cruising trails and have to like be a boy.
Ooh, I love to be a boy online. That's what they were saying on that thing. They were all like, I none of the trans girls ever message back, and I'm like, that's because they don't want you to see them as a trans girl if they're on Sniffies. They just want you.
I'm
to either be
non-binary
a
when I'm on
whole-
Sniffies. I don't have a gender.
Straight up.
That's when I get non-binary with it.
Like, come over. Here's the glory hole. You see what's there. I see what's there, and that's it. Like nothing's.
Mhm.
None of that. I want it to be gay stuff. You call me sir, bro.
That's
yeah,
the
bro.
only time I'll allow getting misgendered.
Yeah,
I'm
bro.
like, fine.
Like they fully just think that they're there for one person, Brandon, this hot dude, and then every now and again I'll just be like, and I'll just take control and start doing my own thing, and they're like, these nails are wrapped around my. What the f- is that? These cold
Start
hands.
giggling.
These cold hands came out of nowhere. These lips don't feel the same. What's the suction? Not the same. But I'm like, whatever. This is my house. Who cares? It's my fantasy.
You're just living in it.
You could have went to the public glory hole. You'll be
One
fine.
second. You're just living in it. Sorry, you need to get a clean cut of that. What? Brandon can edit it together.
He won't.
Okay.
That's
I tried to do nice things for him, though.
I know. It cracks me up, though.
Give me 1 second.
Ugh, trauma.
Is there a charger nearby, Brandon?
Angel said, I've got to get Bumbler.
Yeah. I was like, who messaged me? It's cute. Who's on a raft? With long hair.
You love to have your dating apps up while we're in the midst of it.
People have pressing questions for me. Yes, it is fat, and yes, they do jiggle.
They'll be there when we get done. He'll be white out waiting for you to jiggle with pussy.
I can't open my phone no more.
No.
Oops.
Because I'm talking to you. It's rude. What if I just started ignoring you while you're talking to me?
So you actually did that like an hour ago.
No, I
Burruss.
can't keep up. My brain's in another place. That's a different thing. I don't ignore you. I don't mean to.
You just forget.
I literally just forget. Doesn't mean I don't love you. Just means I have a short attention span. I'm Dory. Where am I going?
Ellen! That's actually not true, Ellen. You ate the child's intestines.
I don't believe any of that.
Mm,
I don't believe that.
mm.
I think she was probably telling a joke because she thought it was funny and crazy that these people were doing it. She's like, then I'll tell a joke right now and then it'll get out there. And then that will be like, that's how it'll one day get out there. But if I tell a joke, they'll just think I'm being funny.
pretty sure that they were like talking about her being like, yeah, we're gonna have Ellen. She loves when we break out the babies. Like, they were talking about her because she was like the top eater.
The top eater.
Well, like, it's kind of really sad and disgusting.
That's why I can't believe it.
Well, my thing is, I'm like, she's very dark and sinister, and I picked up on that vibe, and like, I'm just like, that's what it is.
Sinister? I used to listen to her podcast driving for hours. I don't see dark and sinister when I hear her talking about these things.
It's just
or
like
when
I
hear
see like
Dory.
I see like the glaze behind the eye where I'm like, this is a performance. It's all a performance. I remember listening to her audiobook when I was like in high school because I'm like, she's gay, and I got an Audible credit.
I got an Audible credit.
You can just watch it.
Oh, that's
Watch it.
Gretchen.
That's what you meant when you said right. Okay.
Let's talk about you and your boo. When did you meet them?
Them. I only got one.
Well, child, you know, these days, I don't know. I got to know the pronouns before I start talking.
We ain't got no damn pronouns up in here. We no. That's
Okay, well, him.
I got a
When did you meet
tallywacker.
him?
That's a he.
Okay, well,
We don't do all that shit.
when did you meet
I ain't
him?
doing all that day, DM, elegy. I don't do all
Man,
that.
I don't want to offend
That
nobody,
shit's
so I gotta make sure.
Fuck all that.
That girl cackled in the background. She said, okay, be quiet now. Like, quite honestly, because, sir, what are you talking about? They, them, like, it's they and it's them, and it's she and it's her.
It just gets to a point where it's just like
Just like it's he and it's him.
sometimes you sell yourself out. You know, sometimes you kind of want to be tolerated by a certain demographic that will truly never do that. And so you act the fool and you say things and you look ignorant and stupid, and you know, you appeal to those people who are ignorant and stupid and talk like that.
He said, well, it worked for Maga Minaj. It might as well work for me, honey.
Who said it worked? She didn't get that part in for her rapist husband.
She's doing fine, though. She's still making coin. That's all he's worried about. Clearly, if you're willing to be like, I don't know about the LGBT, honey, you wouldn't be sitting there with Kandi Burruss if you weren't a G man. The G.
The token.
Yeah, like, she wouldn't have had you if you weren't so flamboyant. And you don't get to just be flamboyant and not be like, I've got a whole pile of people back here who respect who I am and let me be who I am. Let's all point our fingers at them, though. Thems. Like,
You just look fucking stupid. And I just like don't understand. I'm like, I don't understand how you don't check him in that moment. Kandi, like,
she was probably scared for her life. He's going crazy over them.
She did look a little fearful in the eye. And
He said, there's only one of them. I'm like, okay, well, then
it's
talk
just
about
like
your
a
partner
cheap
now.
shot kind of thing where I'm just like, girl, give it up. We don't have any new material that's not 10 years ago. Well, like I said, you're not very smart.
It's giving pick me. Outdated.
And they'll never pick you, babe. Babe, you're next. You're actually next. You have 15 minutes. Pack your bags. But you know what? You live on your farm in your fantasy, and you know, at the end of the day, you got to sleep with yourself at night. And
Keep shoveling, honey. Guys, bros, manosphere.
we ain't one of them dems. There's just two of us.
Thanks for like watching.
Thank you for letting us take it there. I know we kind of took it there. We don't normally take it there, but
No. We try to keep it here, but
we took it over there. Thank you guys so much for watching another episode of The Women's Room. I'm Angel Summers.
I'm Austin Summers.
And you can find us everywhere at
HOC Presents.
And you can find me on Instagram at Angel Summers XO. And if you find me anywhere else, then you can follow me, and that's your treat.
I'm again XO Austin Summers everywhere. Thanks, guys. Ta-ta for now.
Bye.
Hang it up.